When I was 16 years old, I was changing my clothes in my room when I saw a lightning through my window. I didn't immediately have a bad thought until I realized it wasn't raining. About a week later, I woke up to the sound of heavy breathing coming from outside my window. When I called out, "Who's there?" I could hear the footsteps running away. I thought I was going crazy until my mom mentioned hearing strange noises from the backyard a few weeks later. We moved out a month later. I still don't know who that person or people were. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Once, I went to my friend Brian's house for dinner. Although there were only 3 of us, my friend, his mother, and myself, a table set for 4 awaited us. After Brian and I sat down, his mother brought a toy doll from the bedroom and placed it in the empty chair. The doll had a photo-cut head of Brian's deceased grandmother attached to it. Seeing the doll, I was completely terrified. As time passed, I gradually distanced myself from that friend. Now, at 26 years old, even though years have gone by, I still get chills when I think about it. Subscribe for more. In 9th grade, I went to my friend's house to pick something up. The house was large and truly enchanting. Even though our errand would only take a few minutes, my friend was very tense, fearing that his family would find out. So, we quickly finished our task and left. While walking, I asked him why he was so afraid of his family finding out. He told me, "I can't do anything without asking my mom first. I can't cook without asking, turn on the TV, or even get myself a drink. That's why I sit in my room reading books until my family comes home. When I'm hungry, I have to call my mom at work to use the microwave or even to use the bathroom." It was strange. He was a good kid, and I had no idea why his family treated him like that. Subscribe for more.
In middle school, my best friend and I were constantly playing with a popular toy called a disc gun, which is a round plastic toy that shoots discs. However, whenever we had battles inside the house, half of our discs would go missing. Later, my friend suggested that we could have our disc battles at his house since they didn't have any furniture except for a dining table. This was indeed a brilliant idea. When I entered their house, apart from the dining table, there was indeed no other furniture. After finishing our disc battle, none of our discs were lost. I then asked my friend why they didn't have any furniture at home. He told me that his mother had tragically passed away after being hit by an accident, and his father had been in a deep depression ever since. Upon learning this, I was truly saddened. Subscribe for more. I had replaced the window of a large house in an expensive old part of the city. The owner of the house, an elderly woman, had recently passed away, and the decor of the house had not been changed. When I entered the house, it felt like I had traveled back to the 1960s in a time capsule. Each room had a different theme and atmosphere. In every room, there were mannequins dressed in 60s attire, portraying different scenarios. It was truly strange, but at the same time, I couldn't help but find it intriguing. Subscribe for more. In high school, I was going to stay overnight at a close friend's house for the first time. We entered the house and my friend gave me a brief tour. He showed me where the bathroom and kitchen were, his own room and the other rooms. At the end of the hallway, a small purple door caught my eye. When I asked my friend what that door led to, he said it was his parents' bedroom. Since I had never seen his family before, I thought they might be dwarfs. Later, we moved to his room and played console games for a while. By now it was evening, and his family called us for dinner. When I went downstairs for dinner, I saw that his family was not dwarfs. They were of normal human size. Subscribe to the channel, more in the next video. Throughout the night, I kept asking my friend what was behind that door, but he wouldn't tell me. He insisted it was still his parents' bedroom. As always, I became very curious. Once everyone was asleep, I decided to take a look. It was quite late, and the whole family was asleep, but my friend seemed unwilling to sleep. When I told him I was bored and wanted to sleep, he finally went to bed too. I lay in bed for about an hour, just waiting. I regret not falling asleep. Anyway, I left the room and headed towards the mysterious little purple room. As I approached the door, my heart was pounding so hard, a strange mix of excitement and immense fear was consuming me. I slowly opened the door. Subscribe to the channel, more in the next video. I could see reflections of the purple lights from inside on the hallway. I took a deep breath and knelt down before entering. The sight inside shocked me completely. It was designed like a dog's nest. There were large food and water bowls on the floor, bones, and even toys. In the middle of the room, there was a perfectly normal, beautiful bed. His mother was sleeping on this bed. Right next to the bed was a dog bed. His father was chained by the neck to a nightstand, sleeping in this dog bed. I immediately left the room and went back to bed. No one had woken up. I lay down and asked myself, what did I just see? Morning came and everything seemed normal. We had breakfast with his family, and his father went to work. Shortly after, we left the house for school. Subscribe for more stories. I was invited to the home of an old friend from high school. He approached me in a store, asking if I was available and if I wanted to hang out. I accepted, and we went to his house together. I hadn't seen him in about 8 years. When we entered his room, I saw a mannequin that looked exactly like his ex-girlfriend from when we first met. The hair, makeup, and clothes were all identical, even after all those years. I left his house after about half an hour, and I've been avoiding him ever since. I keep thinking his mind might be disturbed, and that he might even be a serial killer.